Welcome back to the session. Smart city use case examples. So we have seen smart city architecture and security architecture as well. So in this session, we are trying to cover some of the real-time use case examples so that we can implement, or if you are interested, you can go through with these things with your own idea. So one of the major area that we can concentrate more on is connected street lighting. So the installation of a smart street lighting solution can provide significant energy savings and can also be leveraged to provide additional services. That is via the use of LEDs. Second part is a comprehensive smart lighting solution enables a converged network system that incorporates LED-based fixtures and dynamic lighting control. So now, with respect to street lighting is concerned with, as an example, for example, if our street may be equipped with LEDs, intelligent LEDs. Whenever there is a dark, maybe after 6 o'clock evening, automatically at that time the LED should glow on, and the area in which it is still there is a light. So based on the area, street lights can be switched on and switched off. So this can be managed with the IoT. One thing. Second part is based on the intensity, based on the light ambience, we can concentrate more on illumination of the LEDs as well. More illumination if there is a more dark, or if there is a rainy season, during rainy season, we can give alert messages using this. If something like, for example, if the road blocked due to a heavy wind or trees fallen, in such cases, you can alert using this street lighting as well. This is one of the part. And using LEDs, we can save enough power. That is, electricity is concerned with. So that is one of the major area that you can try as a small project, as a prototype. You can try to have it. Second use case is smart parking. Parking is a universal challenge for cities around the globe. So according to the urban planning researchers, up to 30% the cars driving in congested downtown traffic are searching for parking spaces. For example, in a city, if they wanted to purchase something from a shop, the particular shop doesn't having a parking space, it is very difficult. So the driver should be keep on searching for a traffic space, parking space. This is one of the challenge that can be addressed. We'll see how it can try within setup as well. So connected street lighting. So here you can see a scenario that can be employed. So we have the night control node. So this can be controlled via RF mesh. So that is connected via sensor gateway. From that particular point onwards, we'll have a device management cloud. So this device management cloud will look after the data which is sent by this. There is, for example, if it is a uh, corresponding to the vision, say if it is a daylight, now it will be the time and the light ambience or ambient mode that should be captured and sent to the device management cloud. So device management cloud will decide what has to be done, and it will apply analytics on that particular data which is collected. And then based on that particular data, the cloud layer may save it and in a light management application, and then it may send back to the control node. So now while sending back, if it is 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening, so automatically all the LED should glow in that particular street. So while on the other side in the morning at 6 o'clock, all the LED must be goes off. That is how it works, how we wanted to expect from this connected street lighting. So one thing is we can have, and from the front end side with respect to application development, we can have operator dashboard, we can have light management application as well, where we can apply different analytics on this particular data, light control nodes data, and can have a SOS app also if something happened in between during sudden rain or sudden damage for those on the road or something else like that, you can send a SOS messages also. This is connected street lighting. And coming to the smart parking, ineffective parking access and administration make parking in urban areas a constant struggle and affect cities in many ways. So those consequences, if you can list out, contributes to pollution. So tons of extra carbon emissions are released into the city's environment due to cars driving around, searching for parking spots when they could be parked. So just think about it. Instead of parking within 1 minute or within whenever the particular car reaches on the spot, if they keep on searching in the bigger area, bigger plot, it is very difficult to trace out. So that is, it will contribute more to the pollution. It may emit more carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and the time, the energy, the fuel wasted. So all those come into picture. And so that the motorist may be gone into frustration. Parking spot scarcity causes drivers to lose patience by wasting time, leading to road rage, inattention, and other stress factors. This is what we can observe in cities or in the main roads or even other urban cities as well. Increases traffic incidents because of the very slow detection of a parking spot. The drivers still in the traffic road, so it will increase the congestion on the streets, so that it will increase the accident, it will increase in the traffic, other incidents, it will increase in the pollution. And cities often lose revenue. If there is no proper guidance, proper parking management, then the management of the city management may lose its revenue because of no proper parking area, no proper standing area, loading zone violations, all those come into picture. And parking administration employee productivity suffers. So employees waste time roaming the streets to trace out uh, the parked vehicles which is in the no parking area. So effort might have wasted. And parking availability also. So income of local shops and business will also affect it. So for example, if you have a prime shop in a prime location, but there is no parking slot, parking availability, so then they'll affect with their business as well. So we can have something like this kind of scenario. So we can have sensors over here and advanced nodes with the video analytics. We can have parking events via DC. That is, we can employ LoRaWAN, low range wireless area network connectivity. You can have a air sensor here and the other magnetic sensors, so that it can detect the vehicle's body. So those particular sensors sense those data and send to the next FastPark platform. This is a cloud platform where we can apply different analytics. And using smart and connected digital platform, we can develop a front-end tool like operator dashboard, end user application, and guided enforcement app. So these are the area that we can concentrate more on smart and connected parking as well. So this is one of the major area, or we can say hot topic nowadays, because of major cities are finding difficult in managing with the traffic, so that the parking can be addressed in a well manner, so that everyone will get the chance to deal with the parking management. So the parking management other on the other side, it will improve the lifestyle because of reducing emission of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. It will increase the economy. It will increase the local administration level revenue. It will improve local business on the other side by having a proper parking mechanisms. And we can have another example, that is smart traffic control. So n number of vehicles can be having the shared data atmosphere, their own network, private area network. So for example, consider these two routes. This is a route, this is a road, different routes. So the vehicles coming from this particular left side can share the data with the vehicles coming from the opposite side, so that the other opposite cars can identify if there is a traffic ahead, or if there is any road rage or crash might have happened on the road, and where to count the vehicles, traffic. So all those data can be captured, be sent. So those data can be sent to the video stream in real-time buffer or metadata, and video stream can be functional with respect to city layer and network layer. Then coming to the cloud analytics, can apply API integration, can apply different data, can be clubbed together with this API integration. Then it's supposed to uh, clearly develop a platform. So it will exhibit citizen traffic applications, enforcement applications, traffic operation center. So various kind of partner applications can be deployed or developed based on this particular traffic control data as well. So this is one of the key area that you can concentrate, can develop your own prototype, or you can develop your own application on this. So the need for a connected environment. So to fully address the air quality issues in the short term and the long term, a smart city would need to understand air quality in a hyper localized, real time distributed basis at any given moment. So this is one of the major tasks that is to be done, because to measure the quality issues short term and long term should have the localized real time data that should be available locally. So to do this, open data platforms that provide current air quality measurements from existing air quality monitoring stations. This is one of the platform can be utilized for this particular connected environment. So sensors will provide similar accuracy to the air quality stations, but are available at much lower prices. This is one of the things you can observe. Uh, Locally available sensors, for example, the manufacturer sensors can be available in online stores and all. Right. So those are lesser in price with the compared with other quality stations, because those are all developed from the good old days, and can have actionable insights and triggers to improve air quality through cross-domain actions. You can easily restrict the traffic flow based on the uh, pollution level. Visualization of environmental data for consumers and maintenance of historical air quality data records to track emissions over time. This is what we discussed. So using visualizations, using different applications, front-end applications, consumers can monitor environmental data for their maintenance, for research or study purpose. So that on the other hand, you can also track emissions, because we have the statistics already. So that is why we need to have a connected environment. So something like this. So here we have air quality monitor system, have cellular based sensor hubs, Wi-Fi based air quality monitor, and citizen variables. So these are the different sensors that we employed for different purposes. So those data we sent or transferred to the upper layer via 3G network provider or access point, that is in the network layer. Coming to the cloud part or device management part, we have crowdsourcing, service sensor vendor 2, vendor 1, open data AQI. So all these data should have a connected digital platform, that is AQI. So in the digital platform, we can have operator dashboard, we can have third-party application, we can have heat maps or standalone your own applications. These are the area through which you can employ your ideas. To summarize, urban centers are labeled smart when they leverage technologies to improve the management of common resources such as street space or waste collection, water management, improve the quality of urban life for citizens. With the increase in urban diversity, new and more efficient solutions have to be found to maintain or increase the livability of fast growing urban centers. Key concern for such smart city solutions is security. So if we address properly the security infrastructure, security mechanism, so this is one of the big shot as a smart city is concerned with. Using the smart city, various projects, like we listed out around 24 different areas that we can incorporate. So these 24 different areas will benefit out of this because of security. Another requirement to use a common transport architecture for multiple services and common cloud infrastructure to facilitate exchanges between applications. This is one thing that is to be still addressed, because consider the situation, same amount of data or same data can be shared today morning, and same data can also be shared in the evening. So instead of duplicating the same thing, So we can have that particular data in the cloud, and from there we can easily access. So that is IoT. So any other clarification, can please revert back. Thank you. This is the end of module 5.